What exactly is SDLC? Well, it stands for Software Development Lifecycle. Honestly, I wasn't completely aware of it until I worked for more than a year as a software developer. Let's see what Google says about it. Software Development Lifecycle is a framework that defines the steps involved in the development of software at each step. Today, by the end of this video, you'll learn what exactly is SDLC, how is it used, and why do we use it SDLC with some very effective practical examples. SDLC is a very important and a very fundamental concept in today's software organizations that we have. Even if you're a fresher, you have your own startup company, or you're already working in any software organization, this is a very fundamental and a useful concept that anyone should be knowing about. Once you get your head around this, you'll be in a position to understand what is actually happening behind the scenes of a very successful startups that we have in today's market, which is Uber, Ola, Zomato, Swiggy. SDLC is a streamlined process of turning a requirement into a complete product using useful resources that you have in your organization and having ownership at each level of this SDLC process. So SDLC has 5 main categories. One is the requirement phase, second is the design phase, third is the implementation phase, fourth comes the verification phase, and last comes the maintenance phase. So let's understand this hierarchy with a very practical example, which is the cinema industry. So let's compare this SDLC with a very practical example that I have in my mind today, which is the cinema industry. So you must be aware of how a cinema from its story writing phase gets converted into a movie that we watch in our theaters and at our homes. So that involves a lot of collaborative effort from different levels, such as story writing phase. You have directors, you have producers, actors, music directors, and a lot of collaborative effort takes place. So just like that, we have SDLC, which has requirement phase, where the requirement and what is needed is collected and it's documented well, and now it's time for it to be converted into a design phase. Now it's being passed to the next level of hierarchy, which is design phase. In the design phase, we have designers who convert this documented text format into a design, just like how a user sees the application. And next it is moved to the implementation phase. This is the place where software developers comes into picture. So they use the frameworks that they have with the skill set that they have, and convert this design into an application, be it a web application, be it a mobile application. Now this is passed to a very important phase, which is verification phase. Now the skilled people, who we call QA or testers, where QA stands for quality assurance, and they use the skills that they have and test the application that we provide from the implementation phase to the verification phase, and they provide the feedback to the implementation phase. And now comes the last but not the least, which is the maintenance phase. In this phase, the application that was being verified, developed from the implementation phase, is now passed to the maintenance phase, and now it is being available for the users to use it. Thank you so much for your valuable time. Stay tuned for more such information. If you find this video useful, please share it with your friends and family, and subscribe for more such updates.